confetti, go confetti, go confetti.
This is the 30th year for myself orchestrating this effect. I didn't tell anybody for the first 12 years that we were doing it by hand. I think the primary reason I do it by hand is because I like that it's magic. Creating magic is taking people out of their normal day-to-day existence and for a second giving them something that is emotional, is spectacular, that makes them say, wow. Something that's a little overwhelming. And if you can get a tear in the eye and a lump in the throat, that's all the better.
The human touch you can't replicate. AI can optimize these things, you can speed up the processes, you can help you scale, but it can't help you achieve depth. And depth is where the magic happens. That's where businesses stop becoming functional and they start becoming unforgettable. On the surface level, it's just pieces of paper that are floating in the air. Like, it's the fact that this has been done by hand for 30 years. It's the masterpiece of the timing, it's the movement, it's the emotion that you feel. It is designed with such purpose and such care. To make these moments feel unforgettable for millions of people watching. Even in the comments, there are people saying that they've been to Times Square and they've kept pieces of confetti to remember this moment by. It's not just about what you do, it's about how you do it, it's about why you do it, and it's the depth and the care that you take for your craft. It's the connection that you can create with your audience. It's the experience that you deliver that leaves people saying, wow, like, I'm never going to forget this. So if you're a company and you want to become unforgettable, how do you take this and put it into action? Number one, you need to humanize your experience. Whether it's you're selling a product, you're selling a service, or you're building a brand, you need to make your people feel seen. AI can streamline workflows and help you scale at all these things, but it's the personal touch, the extra care, the attention to detail that creates loyalty and impact. Number two, you need to be intentional. The fact that confetti has been thrown for 30 years, and they talk about in the longer version of this how they tried machines, but it's not the same. There's intention behind it, that there needs to be intentional ways that you're communicating with your people, delivering your product, and delivering these moments that people are going to be like, I'm never going to forget this. Number three, you need to create some sort of emotional resonance. The unforgettable moments like this aren't about function, but they're about feeling. And you got to ask yourself, how does what we do make people feel? What is something that we can do that goes beyond function and creates that sense of feeling? And like you said, if you're going to get a tear in the eye or a lump in the throat, then it's an extra win. And the last one is you need to just embrace the challenges. Doing these things is going to be messy. It is not going to be clear cut. It's not going to be perfect. It's going to be messy. And that's okay. It's not easy to scale this type of humanity. It's not easy to create these unforgettable moments for people. But that's what makes it so magical. If you want to create an unforgettable business, depth is what is going to beat everything. Depth beats speed. Depth beats scale. Depth is what makes people remember you, talk about you, and want to come back. So I got to ask, what are you going to create that is going to be your confetti moment?